Is conflict necessary? And can one live without a single conflict? Which means having no problem at all. Right? Sir, please. Why do we have problems? Religious problems, social problems, problems of in our relationship with another intimate and so on. We always have problems. Can one live a life without a single problem? Have you ever asked that question? And if you are asking it, as you must, how will you find out if it is possible? Not take it for granted it is possible or say it is impossible, but to find out for yourself what a problem is and whether you can live without a single shadow of it. Would you like to go into that? Our brain, which is the most extraordinary instrument, which has got immense capacity, capable of the most astonishing subtleties, and that brain has got so crowded with problems. Why? Please find out, ask ourselves, why? The meaning of that word problem etymologically means something thrown at you. Problem means a challenge. And the brain, from the moment it is born till it dies, has problems. It cannot write, and the teacher and poor parents and the others teach him how to write. And the child, that becomes a problem, right? You understand all this? So from childhood through the university, if you are unlucky or lucky to go through that machinery, your brain is educated to have problems. Right? Do you agree to that? Not agree, sorry. Do you see the fact of that? That every human being is educated to have problems. And having a brain that is educated to problems, having problems, can never solve any problem. Right? Because it is conditioned that way. You can observe it politically, religiously, and so on. Can that conditioning, which is having been trained to have problems, can that brain be free of all problems? Religious, economic, social, and so on. And problems of relationship. You understand the question? If I have problems, my brain is conditioned to that. How can I solve any problem? Right? I only can partially solve one and thereby create two or three others. politically, religious. You follow? This is what's happening in the world. So I'm asking, you're asking yourself whether it is possible to be absolutely free so that you can meet problems freely. Not with a brain that is conditioned to problems. Right? Are we meeting each other? Somewhat. We'll go into this. We are asking why and who has created this division, which creates the problems. We said thought. Because thought is limited. And we said also, memory is stored in the brain, and that memory is thought. Right? Memory is knowledge, and that knowledge can never be complete. Whether it's scientific knowledge or knowledge about anything, including yourself, can never be complete. There's always something more to discover, to understand, to find out. So knowledge is the past, and knowledge also in the future, it will always be limited. This is clear. And knowledge is the result of experience. Right? Experience, which is always limited. Knowledge out of that experience is also limited. Then memory, stored in the brain, and that memory responds, and the memory is thought, right? It's not a question of agreement or disagreement, it's so. Our brains are full of memories, which is our brains are recording. Like a tape recorder, it's recording, right? Are you following on? And so, the brain is becoming gradually or rapidly mechanical. Not in the technological world. It has invented extraordinary things like a computer. I won't go into the computer business. I'll tell you about it later. The computer is programmed by the experts. Mathematician, who is a top mathematician, can program and it can teach others about mathematics. Our brains are also programmed. Right? You're a Hindu. I'm a Buddhist. I follow the Tibetan way of meditation, and so on.